chatty guys. So take just a moment, get your cameras ready because I got a terrific photo op coming up for you. It's going to be on the right-hand side of the trolley, just beyond the condominium there. This is Centennial Park. Centennial Park used to be the ferry landing. Back before there was a bridge, this would have been where the ferries came and landed and offloaded their cargo of people and automobiles. In fact, the little building you see right there is one of the old ticket booths from the 1930s. Now, of course, it's just your typical run-of-the-mill $1 million view. There we go. Hopefully you got the picture. Save you a quarter on a postcard. Now, in order to tell the story of Coronado, you have to mention two other gentlemen. One man's name was Eliza Babcock, and the other man was Hampton Story. Eliza Babcock was a railroad speculator from Indiana, and Hampton Story was half of the Story and Clark Piano Company from Chicago. Both men moved out here to San Diego in the mid-1800s for their health. They became really quick friends because they were both avid hunters. They used to like to take a rowboat from San Diego out here to Coronado. They'd hunt the jackrabbits that were running around everywhere. It was on one of these hunting trips that they were sitting on the beach in Coronado afterwards, and they said, you know, this would be the ideal location for a luxury beach hotel. So that's what they did. They set out to build that hotel. Now, the first thing they did was to form the Coronado Beach Company. The Coronado Beach Company was tasked with buying as much property out here on Coronado as it could. As it turns out, that was quite a bit. The company was able to purchase 4,500 acres of Coronado Island, and darn near the whole thing. The initial cost for the purchase was $110,000. So now Babcock and Story had land to build on. What they really needed, though, was money to build with. Well, that was easy enough. They just turned around and auctioned off some of their newly acquired land. They advertised their land auction in newspapers around the world to get folks out here to San Diego, and the plan worked beautifully. In fact, by the end of the very first day of land auctions, they had managed to recuperate their $110,000 investment. By the end of all the land auctions, Babcock and Story had raised $2.2 million towards the building of their hotel. Now, they started construction on the Hotel del Coronado in 1887. Construction took just about 11 months and cost $1 million. That actually broke down to be about $600,000 to build it, another $400,000 to furnish it. They wanted to build their hotel out of redwood because redwood is a very durable material, especially in this marine environment that we have out here. But as you can tell by looking around, there is not a whole lot of redwood out here on Coronado, or in San Diego for that matter. So what the two did was they purchased their raw timber from the Pacific Northwest. They took all those logs and threw them into the Pacific Ocean, tied them together in giant flotillas, and let the natural currents that flow from north to south bring those logs right down to Southern California for them. They then pulled the logs out of the water, built the timber into lumber, and that is what they used to build the Hotel del Coronado with. Now, when they first built the hotel, it was 399 rooms. I don't know why they couldn't build just one more room, but they stopped at 399 and 75 bathrooms. Yeah, you do the math on that one. You talk about getting to know your neighbor. Now you'll be happy to know that nowadays each and every room does come complete with its very own bathroom. But good luck finding a veranda, because spatially, that's what they had to trade for the bathrooms. Oh. Well, I suppose everyone's idea of comfortable changes over the years. Now you can tell we are getting into the village of Coronado down here. Let's have a homecoming, shall we? Over on the left-hand side of the trolley, as we make the turn, you'll see the Coronado Historic Association. Great place to visit if you want to get a little more information about Coronado, or maybe the development of the island or the building of the hotel. They've got some wonderful photographs in there as well. Now, speaking of photographs, hopefully you guys have still got your cameras handy, because I got a couple of terrific photo ops coming up here for you. Thank goodness for digital photography, huh? First one's going to be on the left-hand side of the trolley, guys. There it is. That beautiful Victorian-style house you see right there is called the Baby Dell. That house is called the Baby Dell because it resembles the Hotel del Coronado so much. But here is the main payoff right here, guys. This is the beach at Coronado. On the right-hand side of the trolley, you'll see Point Loma. That's where Cabrillo first landed when he discovered San Diego. Pause for the F-18. Now, Coronado Beach is continuously chosen by groups like the Travel Channel and Mr. Beach as one of the top 10 beaches in the U.S., and it's pretty easy to see why. It's absolutely gorgeous. Well manicured, well maintained. Even these sand dunes you see over on the right with the ice plants on top don't look like they make a lot of sense. Well, that's until you get high enough in the air and you realize they spell out Coronado. So that's your homework assignment. Go home, open up Google Earth, make sure I'm not lying. So here we go, guys. Wait no longer. Over on the right-hand side of the trolley, the big, beautiful Hotel del Coronado. There she is. Completed in 1888. When that hotel first opened, it was the largest seaside resort on Earth. It is today the largest wooden seaside resort on Earth. Okay, we are getting ready to make our stop at McPee's Irish Pub. This is our stop for the Hotel del Coronado. If you're getting off here, you'll find the hotel be 2 blocks behind you. The beach at Coronado will be 2 blocks to your left, and the village of Coronado, well, that's going to be all around you. So go ahead and remain in your seats until I get the trolley to a full, complete stop. And then watch your step. Use the handrails as you step off of the trolley today. Here we go. 2 points.